guys, it's DudeConrad1 and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we are looking through a plot by Templaregg, and his helpers were Guister and Triexipold, but most of it was by Templar. He has made an absolutely incredible Nordic castle here. If you guys want to warp here, just need to do /warp Nordfort, and then that will lead you right here. I could not find the actual name for this castle in the plot, so that is the name. So this castle is by Templaregg, Guister, and Triexipold. But we are going to be exploring through this today. They were, like I said before, the third place of the castle contest that we had recently. And this, honestly, this didn't affect my judging at all, but this is my favorite castle of them all. Of all the submissions that we had. I really enjoyed this one. I really have a thing for Nord. I really like Nordic, the style of castle that Egg went with, and the details he went in to make this absolutely beautiful. Like, you just feel so immersed in this cold environment, this atmosphere of, you have like nice warm interiors, but then you walk outside and you just feel cold. This is just an extremely immersive atmosphere, I feel. With the plot time and such, it's a clear day, and then the detail they have throughout the plot was just, they've done an incredible job. For those of you that are wondering, we are using the Conquest Resource Pack by Monsterfish. We have all kinds of extra textures and such, metadatas and all that cool stuff. So if you guys want to be a part of all these blocks and part of our community, just go ahead and download our raven.org/launcher. Just type that into your, browser and then launcher. Just type that into your browser, raven.org/launcher, and it'll download the Raven launcher for you. It has all Conquest, Optifine, all the mods you need, etc. in order to make this work, and you can come join us on Raven. But anyways, we are down in the dock district right now. There seems to be like a little town down here. We're on an icebreaker ship currently that is docked out here. It wasn't finished, but then again, it wasn't necessary to be finished. The most important part about the contest was to finish the actual castle itself. And we're just going to take a quick fly around of the castle, look at it from up above, just so you guys can get the idea of what all we are going to be looking at. Now, I will not be able to search through all of this on the video. If we were to do that, it would be an extremely long video. We'll just look through the main parts and any parts that seem to catch our eye. And through our exploration, hopefully we'll have a great idea of the amount of detail and etc. that has gone into the construction of this plot. So we're going to be moving on through here and seeing things that might give us some inspiration, maybe some designs that might help us in our building quests to improve our building skills and such, but there's a lot to see. So again, if you want to come here, just do /warp Nord on the raven.org server, and you can come see this awesome plot for yourself. So I imagine this is like a little pen to keep maybe a pig in, a couple pigs. I would imagine that would be what that's for. Looks like a little dock in here. Maybe they're building a boat in there. Maybe that, no, it doesn't look like that's where they would build a boat. This looks like, it actually does look like the boat's being built somewhat, because we have like a saw up here and such. Maybe they're putting the mast in, but this looks like a little like boathouse in here, and then there's a lot of details such this way. Hanging snow, we'll take that out. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting things going on. This looks interesting over here. Maybe there's some kind of details, just a couple barrels and crates there in the water, just sort of frozen in the ice. And I haven't seen this yet. Looks like a little camp, a little place where a couple people could, yeah, it looks like a little campsite over here. A little bit of detail. Again, stuff like this is really incredible. Rugon Passage, okay. Stuff like this really adds the immersion into the plot. The little details. Even this right here, a dead body. Looks like some miner maybe was looking for some gold. I'm not sure why a candle's there, but yeah, there's a skull there, a little miner. Was trying to find something there, but who knows? He died. So there's really not much any more story there. You can fill in the blank. That's the cool thing about immersion, is you can kind of fill it in with your creativity, the creativity of your mind. So we have a little like rickety old rope bridge heading over this canyon here where this little river runs through, not river, creek runs through, frozen over at this time. I imagine this is probably in a colder climate, more of a northern region, and so this would probably have some times where it's warm, through the year, like a warm summer. That's an interesting thought. Not many people build Nordic in summertime. That would actually be a really interesting thing to see, like a Nordic style, but like in a summertime environment. So like the pine trees, no snow. That would be really interesting. Maybe that's a challenge for some of you out there. Maybe make something Nordic that's in the summertime or the springtime. I would really be interested in seeing what people could come up with. So it looks like there's something going on here, some kind of construction of maybe a house or something of that sort up here. Maybe, no, it's down here. So maybe this is supposed to be a house being built over here. Yeah, okay, here it is. This is a construction site for a house. Maybe a few laborers from the town, from the surrounding villages around the castle are helping to construct this house for a family. Because that's typically how construction worked back in the old days, is everyone sort of got together and helped each other. Say family just got, or husband and wife just got married, and so now they need a house to live in, and so the community would come together and build a house. Nowadays you gotta hire like construction workers and such. Everyone would bring in supplies, put pitch in. So that'd be kind of like the wedding gift, is they would help the newly married couple set up their new house. So anyway, that's just like a side fact, just whatever. So bridge to Aldern Hill, 3 coins. Oh, that's really cool. Aldern Hill is actually one of my old builds. So that's actually really interesting. So he connected this castle to Aldern Hill. So maybe that's the bridge over here. Okay, so yeah, this bridge, I'm not sure what's going on. I think it goes over this way. Okay, to Aldern Hill that way. Oh, this is cool. To Castle Lutz. Oh, to Castle Lutz. But anyway, I'm going to keep the warp Nord Fort because that's just how it's going to be. But anyway, that I was looking for a sign that said the name of the castle. I could not find one, but hey, we found one in the video. I already made the warp, so yeah, it's warp Nord Fort to get here and to see this plot. But yes, the official name of this castle is Castle Lutz. I am very glad to have found that. That's the cool thing about exploring through, is I have not fully explored through this plot yet, and I wanted to keep like an air of like, I want to be surprised as I find things and, adventure and feel like what you guys are feeling right now, finding new details and such. And, I also encourage you to come, check it out for yourselves. Just follow that warp that I set up. So this is coming through, looks like a little gate here. We have a portcullis, so this is like a first line of defense. Big issue with this portcullis is there's no system to lift it up. Okay, but they just overlooked that. But still, that's a big no. They forgot to do this gatehouse. Oh well. I imagine they've forgotten to do some of these interiors because, again, the outside of the plot was not necessary to finish. Outside and all these details out here. It's just kind of a side thing. Dukan pooped himself. That's what the brown on the floor is. Okay, interesting. So this is where I'm being held. As you can see, that is my skin or my head that's in there. That's interesting. Okay, so there's a lot of interesting little details like that around. I like that. That's very cool. I'm glad okay, so that's actually encouraging me to try to find all these nooks and crannies and try to find more little secrets and silly things like that. So anyways, we'll be going up this way, and I think, okay, we've already been down to the harbor district, so we're not going to go back down there right now. We're just going to look around here a little more. I want to show you this causeway that I really like. I love this causeway over here. So this is how we actually kind of went down. As you can see, the way to get up to the castle, the official way, at least from the harbor district, is you got to go all the way up this causeway. Let's go ahead and walk up here real quick. As you can see, it's sort of fortified on the outside. We have a wall that kind of heads up to about here, and then you can keep heading up the side, and you can imagine trying to get up here. There'd be people dropping boulders on your head and all that kind of cool thing, or that gruesome stuff. So they'd be heading up here to the castle, trying to gain entryway to the gate of the castle. So the causeway keeps going up here. So this is the only way to get in, as far as I know at this point. But yes, you come up through here. This is our first line of defense. Again, the portcullis doesn't work. That is a big no-no. Come on, guys. You're disappointing me. And then we come into here. I don't quite understand what... Okay, maybe... Okay, so this is just an open archway. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. There's no swing gate, no nothing there. Maybe the defenders would just pile carts up there or something as a line of defense. Looks like somebody is rotting up here. However, he'd probably be frozen, not bleeding like that, but still one way or the other. Pretty cool. We have some sort of compost or refuse here. They probably throw it over the wall right here into this area. Probably pretty smelly, but it's a pretty efficient way. You'd fill that up, and then people would come up with maybe carts or wheelbarrows to empty this out and bring it to wherever they would dispose of it. So pretty interesting. I'm really interested. I really want to find out all these cool things that are in this castle. Okay, so here we are, another part of the gate, and again, the portcullis doesn't work. Okay, this makes me wonder if maybe, I don't know, maybe there's something special behind this. Maybe the design is like that for a reason, but one way or the other, this is bugging me a lot that the portcullises aren't, they don't seem to be finished. So we have boiling oil, boiling water up here. So this looks like a pretty rich, pretty well-to-do fortress. So having boiling oil makes sense. However, it doesn't seem like the castle is in wartime. So having boiling oil boiling in the pots while there's no wartime does not make sense, but still pretty cool. So we have some clothes here, which are not accessible, but still, yeah, I don't think those clothes should be there. But oh well, that's nothing we can do. I love the palettes, like the frozen cobble. As you can see, it used to look like camouflage, but now, as you can see, the frozen stone is kind of in where it needs to be. We have darker stones and such, and then I just love the look of this castle. With the Tudor in there, it really sets a highlight, and it doesn't blend together. This castle is very well established. From all angles, none of the castle blends together. With the white makes a great contrast because the snow is a great contrast, and also really, really well done in my opinion. And again, like I said, one of my, actually I would have to say my favorite entry of the contest, but they got third place. Like I said, it did not affect the judging. I affected on the criteria that we were supposed to judge on. So let me change to some lighter shaders so that we can see through the interiors, because we don't want to be all walk through and it's all dark and such. So anyway, so we're walking through here. I'm not quite sure what this room is. What is this up here? So it looks like a little rafter space. Looks like a gatekeeper would be around here. I think this would be a gatekeeper. It looks like a place for a gatekeeper. Little office there, I imagine. So we're gonna keep heading up. So this is the second line of defense here, or actually third. So they have to get through this section. So 1, 2, 3. So this is the third line of defense. We have a portcullis and a swinging gate in order to keep out intruders from entering the castle. And then here we have the fourth line of defense that heads into I imagine the fortress or the keep of the castle here. But we're not going to go that way yet. We're going to go left because I have not explored left yet. All right, we have a blacksmith here. This is so that they can make all the nails and the I don't know, all the different things that wouldn't be needed. Even like the shovel heads would need to be made at the blacksmith. All kinds of whatever, building materials for repairing the castle, the maintenance and such. The blacksmith is very, very important, a very important part of the castle. Now, I don't think all the underground is done. Some of it will be done. We have, it looks like sewers here. Nan, the sewer monster, lives in here apparently. But yeah, we're not going to explore down here too much. We're just going to kind of look around a little bit, even though I really want to explore around some more. But we're going to go up these stairs here. We don't want to get lost down in the sewers. So we come into here. This looks like one of the like the smaller, or this is one of the larger buildings. I'm sorry. The roof is the ceiling is very flat. I would suggest here to put upside down stairs, or maybe even half slab. You know, like just some detail in the ceiling. Having a flat ceiling is, in my opinion, a big no-no. I would really, you know, for those of you that are building and such, I really suggest to add in some details on the ceiling. But it looks like that this is some sort of dining room, a little place to commune, a little place to sort of sit around a fire and talk and, you know, be together, whatever, talk plans. We got a little room down here. I'm not quite sure what a lot of these rooms are. Like we got just a bunch of wine or beer here, but it doesn't really, okay, yeah, it looks like this is just wine. Okay, that makes sense now. So maybe this is the buttery. I'm surprised it's not like down deep in the castle. We got a pantry in there, a little display cabinet. Doesn't look like there's anything on the item frames behind to display, but oh well. So we're going to go ahead and go up into the next floor and see what's all in here. I guess got some beds, maybe for some servants and such. And got a little training dummy there, so maybe they can hack and slash and hopefully not accidentally kill somebody. General to CLS. Not sure. Graham B. So Graham B is actually a architect on the Raven server. Really good builder. Really like what he does. Infirmary for injured soldiers. That makes sense. It makes sense to have a infirmary, I think. A little place to heal if you're sick or if anything is going wrong. I want to find the chapel. That is my goal. I feel like this would be where the chapel is in this building here. So I'm not even sure if they have a chapel, but so we have some more guards up here, more guard quarters, maybe servants again, who knows. And I'm not quite sure where we'll find anything, but oh well. Still, this is an incredible, I love how mazy this is. Like, there's so many ways to get everywhere. That is like an addiction of mine, you know, if I'm gonna build something or a castle, you know, I just want all these ways to get everywhere and to feel so immersed in the atmosphere of what I'm trying to create. So we got a lot of different cocaine lab, nice. But there's a lot of different things in here that we are trying to look for. But yeah, so what's going on in here? I imagine this is the bell tower, or it looks like the bell tower. We got a rope that would go all the way down, so they wouldn't have to climb all the way up. But yes, this here is a bell, or a couple bells. You got two bells, I imagine, to resound across the lands to announce maybe the birth of a prince or a princess, or the approaching of an army, or the summoning of a gathering. Who knows? There's a lot of reasons why you would have a bell, but still, really cool. I really like that. Two bells, really neat. It's interesting. I'm not quite sure what this is. Probably themed off of Assassin's Creed, but it would have to be somewhere over a cliff or something to make it really immersive in that regard, but oh well. So let's see what else is in this building. We're on the top floor right now. Upper Sergeant Velot. Velot is a staff on the server. Very cool. Nice little quarters in here. Pretty large bed. And we are going to head down into this area. So now we're going to fly around, and I want to explore that building. But before we do that, we're going to explore just a little bit of this. This is the stable building. I've explored a little bit through this. You know, found some things to, there's some pretty interesting things in here. So the one thing that I want to say is there's only room for 3 horses in here. And I guess they don't ride horses much, but still, you know, in a castle, you're supposed to have a lot of stables and, you know, whatever, but that's just how it is over here. You just got 3 stables for 3 horses, and you know, maybe they can just crowd horses in there if they want, but whatever. So here is the dining hall. This is where they would eat and drink. This is where the majority of the time spent in this castle would be spent. For the king would be sitting up here, the queen and maybe the prince over here. You know, the royal family would be sitting up here, and they'd be watching as, you know, people would be eating, and then they'd be eating themselves. Also, probably, I'm not sure, they probably don't have an audience chamber in this castle, so this probably is multitasks as the audience chamber. We got a pretty neat roof. We got a bit of glowstone peeking through up there, but that's fine. Not much you can do about that. Little bits of things that were probably missed during the construction phase of the castle. So here we have the kitchen, the official castle kitchen. It's pretty good size. I really like the design of it. I like that a lot. Like I said, some of the underground stuff isn't finished yet, so that is actually part of the reason why this didn't get a higher score, is because the completion was down a good bit. You know, some of the interiors weren't finished, but Templaregg was having some difficulties continuing the build towards the end, but they really did push forward and get a lot done. So prisoners report here. So this looks like where the dungeon would be, and I don't think this is done. No, it's not done down there. But this is where the dungeon would begin here, down in the dungeon area. Another smaller kitchen here. It looks like maybe a bakery. But they have some meat back here too. So yeah, this is a smaller kitchen, maybe to make food for the prisoners, I imagine, and that is why that is there. Little small room here. I imagine this was supposed to be planned for a chamber pot. So we're gonna head up this way into the next floor. So now we're going up the main tower of the castle. We have a little balcony that you can walk around here. Walk around and see everything. Little parapet out here. This is actually an interesting brazier design. For some of you who are wondering what that fire effect is, that is actually a plugin we have on the server. If you use the Nether Star, it allows you to place in particles like that. So you just gotta figure out how to use it, and then you can use it like that. So it's really cool. You can add some neat details like that. So let's go this way. Got a balcony over the Great Hall, and a random rat running across the rafters, and a random owl over here. I wonder why there's an owl here. Maybe the falconer, or I forget what a person that tends to owls is called, but still, the guy that would tend to the owl would be there. So this looks like the treasury, and this is actually a really interesting way to use a painting. Not many people really think about this, but you can make doors using this. Like, you don't have to, but you can. But you can't open or anything, you can just walk through it, but still, it's a really neat detail that not many people think about. So I would like to see more creative ways to use this. Really like that design. So you come into here, this is the treasury. This is where the payments to the soldiers would be. And so I guess this is where the treasure keeper would live. He would live here and would probably hand out whatever the king orders to be paid to whomever. Who knows who needs to be paid. Soldiers will probably need a weekly pay or a monthly pay. So in here we have Captain Victor Comics, who is an admin on the server, and then Servant Mafia Kraken. I think Mafia Kraken is I think he's an architect. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. People change their names, and it's annoying. There's so many owls in here. Goodness, there's like owls galore. This looks maybe like the falconry. We got like a cage, a couple cages in here. I imagine this is where where they would send messages off to other kingdoms and castles would be, to send messages to each other. So we're gonna go up here a little bit. I don't think we're going the right way, but yeah, we're not going the right way. So we're actually gonna go back down. There's a war room, and we want to find the king's quarters. That is our goal in this video. Again, the ceilings are very flat. So that is that kind of causes issues, I think. I don't like flat ceilings. I don't like that at all, but it is what it is. How do we get up to the next floor? Like, I don't want to get to the treasury. I want to get to the rest of the castle. Okay, so we're lost, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go up. I'm just gonna go through. Through. Okay, I don't want to do that. I'll figure something out, guys. Let me just go to top, and then I think we were on... Okay, let's see what this floor is. Okay, so we were on that floor, so we want to go up to this floor. And let's figure out where we were through. Okay, so now we're on this floor. So let's figure out where the stairs are. Okay, so this is Templaregg Cormac. This is the king of the castle, it looks like. We have a bathtub over here. We have several different details. Okay, so the stairs are right there. Neat. Okay, so I need to keep that in mind. But yeah, then we have a little balcony overlooking the castle here. So like he can see down and who's coming into the castle and such. Bell tower's over there. And then what else do we have? A little display cabinet. I'm not sure what else there is to see. But very cool. I love this room. It's very well done. Flat ceiling though. Come on guys. Servant Adwell. Okay, so this looks like the king's personal servant would live in that room. And we have a privy here. Because, wait. You poop right down to the next floor. That's interesting. So let's keep going through here. And so what's down here? So we have the Queen Hot Izza. So this looks like the queen of the castle. Has a nice... Okay. Oh, goodness. That's too funny. But we're going to move through here some more and try to find some things to see. I'm going to head up the stairs some more. We're actually going to make our way quicker up to the top of the castle where the war room is. And once we find the war room, I think that we will call this video done. So yes, this here is the war room here. Not finished like I imagine, but still it is pretty good. I like it. You know, you have like a little table where you can sit around and decide plans for you know, whatever is going on. Probably there's some kind of war across the empire going on at the time, and they have to plan what they are going to do. So now we are on the top of the castle, and this is actually a really interesting way to make a castle. You can kind of make it a flat roof. You put a bunch of details up here. A lot of soldiers would be up here, so during the event of an attack, you know, this is where you would want to be, you know, at the highest point, shooting down on the enemies as they are trying to come up the causeway, cross that bridge, come into dock, you know, pillaging that town down there. You know, that's where you want to be, is up there, you know, fighting. And also, this is where they would get some water. It doesn't look like they have a well in here, so that's an issue. So again, if you guys want to come see this, all you gotta do is do /warp Nord Fort, and then that'll send you right here, and you can explore and have fun and join us on the server and be a part of our community. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, please hit that like button down below. It shows me that there's some you know, encourages me to want to make more of these videos. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. I hope that it was an enjoyable experience. And again, if you are not part of the Raven community, come join us. Come join the Conquest community and be a part of what we do. Build some awesome stuff. It might look extremely like you'll never be able to do this kind of stuff, but you can. If you put your mind to it, you can. Because even, you know, every builder on this server has started from somewhere, and you know, you learn new techniques and new ways to do things, and this is the result. And you know, still this builder is moving on and finding new ways to do things, and he's going to build so much better on future plots and future builds. So anyways, that's all I have to say, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support, and I look forward to our next video. Hope you have a great day or night wherever you're from. Until the next one, bye-bye.